Hello and welcome to another episode of the Hanukkah Erotica Book Club podcast. I'm Raizel and I'm joined by my stepsister and co-host, Malya. Hi, Mal.
Hi. How are you?
I'm great. I was just about to tell you something before we
yes,
recorded.
You were. Yes, continue.
Said, what are you doing?
Continue
what are you doing?
on.
Tell me.
I was like, what are you... Wasting all the good stuff
what
here.
Are you doing? Stop.
You said I'm sleeping with something I bought on Instagram, and I was like, say no more. Let's start. Let's let it roll.
What I was saying was, I need this long, wet hair that you're seeing to dry before the end of this episode, or by the end of this episode, because I've been sleeping in a contraption that I found on Instagram called the Sleepy Tie Curly Tie.
Oh.
That is like a piece of floppy fabric, and I wrap my hair around it, and then like a sort of sock thing rolls over this thing on either end, and I sleep looking like a, I don't know, Raggedy Ann doll, and I wake up, take it out of my hair, and it looks like I just left Dry Bar.
Wow. What do you mean?
Can I show you a picture of how gorgeous my hair looks?
Yeah. Have you been doing it? When did you get it?
I got it last week. I've been doing it every day. This is my hair with the sleepy tie.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's something.
It's like those people do, like, I've seen other versions of women doing this on Instagram, like sock wraps or whatever, right? Buns or whatever.
That's what this is, I think. I think it's like a sock curl method, but instead of using socks. Like, I think that people do this with, like, bathrobe ties or something, but this is, like, a product that, like, clips in, and it has everything.
Great.
It's pretty cool. Am I wrong? I mean,
your hair has to be dry to start.
Well, for me, like, look at this. Here's another pic. Another day.
Gorgeous.
I mean, can you believe that without any styling
no.
tools?
Looks like you're at you're the mother of the bat mitzvah girl here.
It's a simcha.
Total simcha look.
Incredible. That's just every day. And also, the first day that I did it, I was like, Mitch, look at this. Can you believe this? And he was like, it's bouncy. And I was like, let me go text a friend who's going to give me more than that. Like sending selfies to people. I'm sending selfies to like my group of 8 college friends. Like, I need more than that. He's like, it's bouncy.
Yeah. I'm sure they gave you the feedback you're looking
exactly
for. Yeah,
right.
that's a little.
Yeah, I needed more
energy. Right, absolutely. No, that's great.
Pretty
that's
cool.
Exciting.
Anyway, so
that's
I needed
fun.
to dry, because the reason I needed to be dry is because if I were to twist it up wet, I will just wake up with wet hair.
I see. It will just stay that way, right?
Got it. Exactly. So anyway.
Okay, I think we got you covered.
Thank you we'll see. I'll let you know at the end.
Okay.
Listeners and Malya. For those of you who are new here, this is not a hair podcast. We're Hanukkah Erotica Book Club. We review and discuss Jewish romance, anything, but mostly Jewish romance books. We're a book club, and we're stepsisters. Our parents are married.
Yes.
And our last episode,
to all that.
Our last episode was an interview episode.
It was.
But also, a listener pointed out, wow, I can't believe you read this book instead of a Pride book, because normally on Pride Month, every other year, we've read a book for Pride. And I said, we didn't discuss in the episode, but in the first part of the book, she was a lesbian, and we didn't discuss that in our episode. But for anyone who listened to the episode of The Story of E, I want to say that in the part of the conversation where I said to her the hottest part of the book was the memories of the sex with your ex or whatever it was, that was with another woman. I'm sorry that wasn't clear. I just wanted to clarify that.
I think, you know what happened? First of all, that was a great episode. I really liked having Nora on.
Loved
but
it.
I do feel like we haven't done an interview in a while, and we were excited to talk to her, and we didn't really summarize the book like we usually do.
Yeah.
We summarized it at the end of the previous episode when we were prepping, but we didn't really, we just got right into our questions with her. We didn't really go through a synopsis of the book. So if we had, we would have shared that. Yes, like in half the book, she considers herself a lesbian. Part of the whole book is her like grappling with her identity in light of her attraction to this man. So, yeah, it totally was a Pride appropriate book.
Yes, except I don't know about her pride, because in it she was sort of Well, I don't know. But yes, it was related, adjacent.
It was related to the topic
Yes,
of sexual
for sure,
identity
for sure.
that's
100%,
not,
100%.
heteronormative. So.
No, 100%. I loved talking to her.
Yeah,
I
she was fun.
forgot about this like very kind of, I feel that me and her might know a lot of people in common.
I bet you do.
And she and I should say maybe, I sort of forgot about this type, and I'm very excited to have reconnected and just met her and read her book.
She's very Park Slope. This is one of the, she's one of the reasons, she's one of the reasons why I'm like, who, I mean, I know I'm talking to someone who did, but like, I was like, who leaves New York City? How could you leave New York City?
Yes.
When people, when you get to just,
100%.
meet and bring into your life just like delightful people like that. I just feel like those people don't move to the suburbs.
Wait, I 100% agree that she is one of those people.
Yeah.
An icon. Like people just.
Totally. I think she's a Park Slope icon.
She is a Park Slope icon. I could tell.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that was really fun. We haven't had an interview in a while. It was a fun,
I'm really glad you invited her on. Also without any background, really. So I didn't know what we were getting into.
I know, you were like flying blind. I didn't want to give you a prep. I just wanted you to I didn't want to color it for you. I wanted, we take things for what they are. I think that makes it more fun.
Yeah, it was great. Wait, any other updates before we dive into this book? Because I really can't wait to talk to you about it. But obviously, if there's anything else to discuss, I want to, since also many of our listeners share that this is their favorite part.
Yes, this is a good part. I'll say this. Number one, bought a case of bubbly for the first time. I love on the topic bubbly. Of seltzer.
Love.
And I did it because, my go-to is LaCroix, Pamplemousse LaCroix, which is grapefruit. And then on sale on Amazon Fresh was pink grapefruit bubbly. So then I was like, okay, I'll try this and I'll do a little taste test. My kids were very excited because apparently all the YouTubers drink bubbly. So, I don't know, that they were psyched about that. I have to say, I think I liked the bubbly, but I think there's something not fully grapefruit about the grapefruit. It tastes like it's grapefruit and another flavor.
It's like too much cherry. Like candy?
There's something a little candy-ish about it. The LaCroix grapefruit feels like more of a pure grapefruit to me.
LaCroix grapefruit's more subtle.
Yeah,
this is more in your face.
That's what I'm saying. It is. Bubbly's a little in your face in general. Yes.
It's a maximalist seltzer.
Yes.
I cannot believe we're not paid by them.
And your mom had a wide array of bubbly when we went there for, the weekend before Father's Day, and your mom had like a wide array of bubbly.
Also, I was gonna come, but Jonah had strep. Everyone had strep.
Oh man.
It's also really good that I didn't, because I was gonna come, and then Binny, it would have been okay because she had enough doses of the antibiotic, of like amoxicillin, she could have, but I was certain Jonah had it because he was like, my throat hurts, and she had it, so obviously he did, but the rapid came back negative. The rapid coming back negative and then having to wait for a positive culture is like the bane of my existence.
So
I
annoying.
hate this phenomenon where you can get your kid an antibiotic sooner. So anyway, it was a good thing I didn't bring them, because he would have just... He's also... Yeah,
right, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Anyway, so she had an array of bubbly. She wanted to discuss that.
She had a wide array of bubbly. It's worth discussing. There was a flavor called like Summer Sunset. Something
I know
that I thought was really good.
Delicious. The cherry's great.
Yeah. I don't think... She had the cherry when we were both there. I don't think the cherry was there this time.
It's delicious.
There were a few other flavors. They were all delightful.
Everything's good but coconut.
She didn't have that. Oh, coconut. Yeah. Coconut.
Bubbly's incredible. It's a great seltzer brand, maximalist. If anyone here works for Bubbly or knows someone who does, let them hit us up. LaCroix. Right. Honestly, Stop and Shop seltzer, ShopRite brand. We'll do anything. Aldi right now is doing like a knockoff seltzer on their off-brand, like Pura Vida seltzer, like Aldi seltzer brand of a bunch of LaCroix. So they're doing like the limoncello LaCroix. They're doing, maybe it was the Pamplemousse you like a whole bunch of knockoff seltzers to probably identically replicate the LaCroix.
The other thing that I wanted to share on the seltzer front is that Mushka, my daughter, had a I say my daughter, like for our listeners, obviously you know she's my daughter,
yes,
but she had like a kindergarten graduation thing, and it was at 9 in the morning, and then afterward they had like refreshments for the parents, and they had some hero, as we've already discussed, brought a LaCroix strawberry peach, which I've never tried before.
So good. I think
But I was like,
delicious.
very torn because like 10 a.m. to me is still like coffee time. Like I can't have a 10 a.m.
My colleagues say that about me. I crack a seltzer very early.
Do you?
Very.
Interesting. I was like, I can't, I want this seltzer, but I don't want it right now. And then I went through a whole thing in my head of like, can I be that person? Can I pocket a seltzer?
So what'd you do?
I pocketed it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I had a bag anyway, like with all her stuff that I was bringing home. It wasn't like I walked out carrying a closed can. I was subtle. But I was like, I'm going to pocket this. I'm going to bring it home and drink it in the later morning. And that's what I did, and it was delicious.
By any chance, did you watch the new Mindy Kaling show that she made called Not Suitable for Work on Hulu?
No. Should I?
I really enjoyed it. It's like about like the first year out of college, your first job, your friends in the city, and your first job.
Fun.
And but there is a scene later in the season with a guy bringing Tupperware to a work holiday party, to his roommate's work holiday party.
No.
And he is just scooping Brussels sprouts into a Pyrex, a glass Pyrex.
Wow.
And it really reminded me of you guys.
No, that's way gutsier than us. That's overt. We like make our whole fun, our like thrill of our night is surreptitiously taking food.
Yes, but like wrapping it in a napkin.
Wrapping it in a napkin.
Like
just
Mitch's
to put a
Holocaust
Tupperware
survivor
on
grandma.
Totally. It's much more Holocaust survivor grandma. That's a different thing.
Yes, this was like tote bag of Pyrex.
Right. No, that's admirable. Maybe I aspire to one day get to that point.
Just a tray of Brussels sprouts.
It's really
good.
And does someone call him on it?
No, it's more like he makes eye contact with the person next to him and goes, they're gonna replenish those.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's really good. I do recommend that show to our listeners. Not Suitable for Work. Anything Mindy Kaling touches, I like. That is the truth.
She's very funny.
I take it back. There was one basketball show on Netflix. Kate Hudson was in it.
Oh.
I didn't like it as much as the others. That was a Mindy Kaling show. Yeah. But okay. Sex Lives of College Girls, Never Have I Ever. This show called Champions that was canceled really fast. Obviously, the Mindy Project. I love her.
Totally.
Wait, I don't think I have other updates. Oh, there was a fun collab between us and Bang It Out last month that I was excited about. Seth just reached out and was like, if I do a summer romance post, do you want to do it? Should we do it together? It all happened so fast. I was like, what made me think about the way it happened so fast, but it was just like us and Bang It Out instantly collabing on a post that like, when you like, it's like two billionaires, like making deals, like things are all about people. Everything's about who you know. Like, do you know what I mean? Like the idea
right. Once you're in with the elite, it's all easy. The idea
that like you could just make a call and like get shit done within 3 minutes. Like,
right.
But it's
people
like
are spending
instead
their
it was
whole
like
lives.
it was just like, Jewish content creators.
Totally.
In some way,
when you're in, you're
create
in.
a podcast. Bang It Out creates all sorts of other digital content, but it was like an instant thing. It got done in 3 minutes before you could even respond. It was done.
No, I know. You were like I saw that you wrote that to me. I was like, great. I literally opened my Instagram and there was the post. Like, I was like, okay.
It all happened so fast. Like I didn't have time for like the water to finish boiling to make pasta for the kids. That's how fast it was. But it really got me thinking about like
Jeff Bezos, like calling
like
up
Elon Musk, like just like randomly DMing each other to like, I don't know, ruin the world with like the click of a button. Like, I don't know, like it's just like we're so fast and crazy.
That is comparable. I mean, I see the Galinas as the Jeff Bezos of our
Seth Galina of Bang It Out fame, the mayor of the Upper West Side.
Totally.
And us.
And also, how awesome that like they're like he's got it down. Like he's a legend. Like they're generating new content. They're thinking up ideas. They're banging it out. They are banging it out.
Living up to the name. Obsessed. And
amazing.
All the authors like commented, thanks for including me in this list. Thanks for including the list. Like, how cute is the Jewish romance world? I'm so obsessed. I'm so happy to be a part of it. But it's like all these authors and then other authors being like, you should read my book or add my book to the list. I'm like, I'm obsessed with all of you. This was awesome.
So sweet and communal. Also, they have a lot of followers. Like that post got a lot of engagement.
Oh, a lot. And people were following us because of it. And
yeah. Really nice.
It was really cute. Lot of views.
A lot of views. I still hope we can one day do something at one of their parties.
Me too. They would love it.
Yeah.
You maybe have to go with William without me because I'm just going to be at camp. I know it's not the same. Okay. I know it's not the same.
I mean, then it's just like, I'm not going to do a performance without a solo.
With a little tiny mic, like those like influencers with a tiny mic. It would be. You could handle it. If anyone could do it, it's you.
Those little like fuzzy ones?
Any of them.
No.
It would be cute.
I appreciate your confidence in me, but that's not appealing.
Should I, if we're going to dive in, let me read the description again, since I think we didn't do it last time and we should.
That's a good lesson.
Okay. We, for this month, read The End of Romance by Lily Meyer, which was a recommendation from your mom.
Yes.
What a rec. What a
amazing rec. Amazing rec.
But before we get into it, let me read the description.
Please.
Sylvie Broder was taught early to embrace joy. The granddaughter of Holocaust survivors whose greatest priority was enjoying the life they'd snatched back from Hitler, Sylvie believes in the tenacious pursuit of pleasure, yet somehow finds herself trapped in a suffocating, emotionally abusive marriage. With enormous fortitude, Sylvie frees herself and turns to graduate school, where she develops a new philosophy. Straight women will find true liberation and happiness only once romance is eradicated. Now, Sylvie prides herself in separating sex from tenderness, having fun with men but never committing to one. Then she meets Robbie and Abby and finds her philosophy sorely tested. A gentle and warm man, Robbie treats Sylvie with patience and enormous kindness, offering her comfort she hasn't had since childhood. Abby is passionate and dynamic, a man who challenges Sylvie and with whom she finds herself constantly disarmed. With both men, she feels a deep desire that looks, worryingly, a lot like love. Cleverly constructed, delightfully funny, and beautifully written, The End of Romance is an anti-romance novel that charts its fallible heroine's tumultuous journey to love and happiness with the, whatever this word is, tell me what it is, erudition? This is not a word I know.
Yeah, erudition.
Okay, great. And deep feeling. Literally never heard it. A story for anyone who, despite their very best efforts, has fallen in love and wondered why. First of all, the description of that is amazing in and of itself.
Totally. Great.
Great
one.
I can't wait to talk to you about this book.
Okay. First of all, I want to say, like, the thing about my mom is that, like, she's whatever the opposite of, like, pushy is, that's her. Like, she never strongly recommends anything, a life choice, an outfit. She's always like very mild-mannered. This was like the strongest recommendation I've ever gotten from her for anything in my life, probably.
So she had read it.
She read it. She was like, I strongly recommend you read this book for the podcast. I was like, okay, say no more.
Yeah, any other rec she ever has, I will listen to. First of all, I was excited to read it because the daughter of Holocaust survivor grandparents trying to, in an anti-romance, I've heard enough. Say no more. But,
of course.
But the thing is, you know how we talk about different genres, and there's like the rom-coms, and there's the erotica, and then there's like this category of like, we called it like women in middle life, Miranda July type books.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe they call it literary fiction, but there's something, it's like, it is something more than just lit fic, or even something different than women's lit fic, because it's this specific time of middle life.
Of course.
And we you and I read a lot of these books.
Yes. And it's like an exploding genre.
And I love them all.
Yes.
I can't get enough. Like, give me a sleeve of Oreos of them. I love these books.
I feel like they're like the literary equivalent. Like, you know how like the world has suddenly discovered like menopause and perimenopause? Like, I don't know. I think that's like a very hot topic now. And there's
is it, or is it just our age? So that is what the internet serves us. Has it always existed?
I don't think so. I don't think it's always existed the way. I think it's objectively, of course it's our age and we're being served it, but I think objectively, you walk past Barnes and Noble, there's like books in the window that are like the menopause solution or whatever. I think, and now it's perimenopause, it's expanded, it lasts a decade. You know, it's become a whole phenomenon, and I feel like these are like the literary equivalent of that.
Yes.
Or corollary of that. Whatever.
Yes. 100p. I agree. Here's the thing. I adored it. Yeah. I loved it.
Yeah.
It is it's the
She's younger in that. She's not, this is not
they're
that
young.
category.
It's actually not middle life. Yeah, she's young in the book.
I think she's still like
Sylvie
in her early
Broder's
30s in her book.
Yeah, she's like 30. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I adored it. I think it's like the central idea, I feel like, is how, as a straight woman, can I decenter my life away from men?
Right.
As a straight woman. Like, that is her thesis. But
right.
But like, she can't.
Right. How can I form an identity that isn't so tied to like the man that I'm with?
Right. How, and it's very fascinating to me. She meets Jonah. The thing is, like, I love that even in the description, the first thing is about her grandparents, because that is everything.
Yes.
It's like her relationship with her parents was wildly different than her relationship with her grandparents. Her grandparents were all about fun, creativity, and there's something about them having survived the Holocaust that gave them a perspective on life.
Right. That was just like, we almost lost everything. We escaped with our lives, and now we have to suck all the enjoyment we possibly can out of those lives.
Right. So much joy. Reading about that was something unique for me. I don't know that I've associated survivors with that.
Totally.
They just sounded like these incredible Miami, just loved
fun,
them so much.
Loving, yes.
They loved her. They
loved her, and they were just so, like, they loved good food. They loved bold outfits and decor and, bless you, and just, like, I don't know, the whole gamut of just, like, again, just enjoying the world.
Even it's like if she had an idea, they wanted to hear more about her idea, you know?
Just the grandfather would like yell at the TV. He was like passionate about politics, but in this very like, I want to make the world better. I want to like,
right.
If anything, it felt like her parents seemed more like, I don't know, I feel like what kind of the stereotypical Holocaust survivors are in books, of being sort of more like very rigid and very kind of like closed off because they have like, you know, trauma that in those typical books, it's like they have trauma that they're trying to suppress. But that wasn't the Holocaust survivors in this book.
Right. The parents were much more tightly wound.
Yes.
And just the way that she writes about them and the grandparents is gorgeous, and you could just feel it. There's a scene early on in the book where she's a kid trying to go to her first sleepover, and they're saying no, and she's so upset about it, and it's just like, immediately I'm sucked in. I feel it. I'm that kid wanting to go to that sleepover, just hating the answer that I'm getting. But then also I'm the mom saying no, because now, you know, that's who I am now. And you're going to be exhausted tomorrow. What are you talking about? You can't go to a sleepover before we have to go to this event. You know, it's like, so it's like, I'm just that I was right away, immediately just loving it. She starts dating a guy in high school, Jonah, who ends up going to college with and marrying. Right.
He's basically her boyfriend. He's like the only guy. She grows up with her identity fused to him, basically. Like,
right.
She doesn't even form her own identity. Like, I feel like most, I don't know, because I know people marry high school sweethearts and it's great, but I feel like there's a very specific experience of like dating someone, like being the first person you dated and then marrying them, where it's almost like you developed as adults together. Like you developed this shared adulthood.
100%. And
so she has that with him.
She has that with him, but also like, oh, I didn't mention the grandparents died when she's young.
Right. It was so sad. Ugh.
She just misses them so deeply. It's like they shaped who she is and then died. She was very...
Yeah, she felt like they were the only people who really, like, embraced her for who she was.
Right.
Like, for her parents, it was always like, you're being too much. You're too, like, you're out of control. Like, you're too loud. You're too whatever. And, yeah. It was really sad.
Sad. So she kind of clings on to this Jonah. And, I mean, you know, I think we can cut to the chase here. Like, he's a controlling dick.
He's horrible.
He's a horrible, controlling dick. She can't do anything.
she can't do anything. He's constantly criticizing everything she does.
She can't, like, work. Like, she can't do anything. His parents are horrible.
And it seems like her parents are kind of going along with it. Like, they're not...
Right. They're not getting in her way. They're not having any interventions.
No. Even though she's really, like, suicidal from how horrible this relationship is. But because basically they graduate college, they get married, like, right out of college. And she just has this narrative in her head of, like, he's so great and I'm so much less than him, and I'm just lucky that I have him, and I need to, like, he wants to marry me, of course I need to marry him. But she's also miserable.
Right. But also some of that has to do with the high school thing, because, like, he was that guy.
Right.
And it's like, well, now you're adults and he's a dick. It doesn't matter that he was that
friends. Guy. He's horrible. He's, like, a lot of, like, criticizing her weight. She's always eating, like, celery, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, a lot of that. She leaves without getting divorced. She just leaves.
She, like, escapes, basically.
Yeah.
Not clear that she has... See, a lot of the choices in this book, I don't fully understand. Like, she escaped as though she were, like, a prisoner in her home, which I understand, like, she kind of felt like that. I get that she felt like that, but it seemed very extreme how she felt the need to do it. Yeah. She could have just moved out and filed for divorce. Like,
maybe I don't know. Maybe she felt she couldn't, or maybe she felt she didn't have access to a lawyer, or she had no money without him.
Right, but then when she went to her parents, they were supportive. Like, they weren't like, no, go back to him. They were like, okay, like, let us support you. We're not going to tell him where you are. They were on her side.
Right. So she sort of, like, goes back to grad school. She becomes a philosophy student. She's so smart. And by the way, Lily Meyer, the author, is just so smart.
This book was very academic. This is the most academic romance novel I ever read.
Very academic.
There's a lot of, like, discussion of the philosophers that she's reading.
A lot.
It's not just, like, an allusion to, like, oh, okay, she's studying some philosophy. No. It's like you really get her monologue of these ideas that she's studying and where she's getting them from.
A lot of real philosophy in there.
Yes.
It was really interesting. It was
even viewing her grandparents as sort of, like, she sees them as, like, they had a philosophy of life that was created by the Holocaust. Like, that's how she, I guess, views the world. Like, I don't know that I would necessarily have described. I would have just talked about how they were, maybe, and what their, you know, how they made me feel. But she very much felt like they had a conscious philosophy of life.
Right.
And that's how she kind of talks about everyone.
But also, her Jewish identity, like, it's so interesting because her Jewish identity, there's a part of the book, I wish I had it on Kindle. I only have it on hard copy, so I can't pull up the line as fast as I'd be able to if it was on Kindle. But it's like, she's talking about someone and she's like, it's something about her Jewishness is less about religion and more about culture, but more than anything, just about a sensibility. It's like, she's just, like, Jewish in her core, in her sensibility and in her way that, like, I actually deeply relate to. Like, there's so much treif in this book. Like, none of this is about the halacha, or there's some reference to holidays, but it's so different.
Thankfully, there's no scene where someone's like, I don't keep kosher. Look, I'll order a bacon
nothing
sandwich.
Like that.
There's just nothing stereotypical.
You know,
like
there's
that.
just, like, so much cooking in the book, and, like, there's just often, like, pork fat or bacon. Like, it's just, like, shellfish. Like, it's just, like, that's not a thing.
No, definitely not. She's not observant at all.
In any way. And but also, like, the ex continues to email her throughout the book.
Yes. He doesn't know where she is, but he's just sending her periodic emails. And it's like, please come back.
And it would be, like, birthday, some random time during the year, and, like, every year around Yom Kippur. So it's like, there's just, like, certain things about Jewish identity and, like, the Jewish calendar that's, like, they're still rooted in. But it's like, for her, having her grandparents as her grandparents, like, created this Jewish identity for her that's so powerful, which I really was very interested in in some ways really related to, but then also there's this scene where she's at the family of one of these new relationships.
Right.
And they are a very interesting kind of Christmas observing Jews.
Yes. And she questions that. She's like,
and this is,
I think she's a little weirded out by it.
She is just like really weirded out by it.
Yeah.
But also it's like, I really don't know that many people like that are just like truly just going for it with Christmas.
Right.
Like she felt
I know like interfaith families where they celebrate Christmas.
For sure.
But like, right, just fully Jewish families that are celebrating Christmas, I don't
just,
think
like,
I know.
Completely she's kind of weirded out by it. And then it's like her and Robbie, the guy, like they kind of get in their first fight. And even the way that she writes fights that really just feel like conversations. But then it's like, was this our first fight? Like, I just adored the dialogue. I adored her friendships. Like, I loved the whole concept of it. It was just, I thought it was really interesting and a great read.
Yes. I really liked she makes like a best friend who's another philosophy student. And I loved their just like female friendship. It was so deep.
Deep but relatable.
Very relatable. Yes. Because it was deep without being like melodramatic. It was just like they were real, just like family to each other.
100% saw each other, got each other. She was able to be herself with her.
Yes.
I liked her. She then forms a relationship. The friend forms a relationship with another professor. And I thought that was also really interesting.
Right. Like, a lot of sex in this book.
So much sex. She comes faster than anyone we've read.
Right. Like
I mean, instantly. This is like
a lot. There's a lot of instant.
Her magic power.
She even talked about. Didn't she talk about that?
Yes, because she was embarrassed at one point.
Right. Because like she seems to always have like an effortless orgasm, and then it goes away, and she's afraid she lost it somehow.
No,
then it comes back.
She's just a queen.
Really.
But there's a ton of sex.
And it's interesting because. So what did you like? Here's the thing: is that like again, I loved the like you said, I loved the way this book was constructed. I loved the sort of philosophy heaviness of it, and the Jewish, almost like the Jewish,
like through line
thought process through it. Yes. I felt like I wanted her to make different choices than she made in the book, and I didn't really
also part of it. That's like also like I think part of what I appreciated about so much is like. She couldn't do it. She wanted to figure out a way to end romance, to be able to have these relationships that were just meeting the needs that she had that were more physical. But instead, she like forms like real loving partnerships. Like her and Robbie were in a full on relationship. Even she's like honest with him and that she can't be monogamous, but they're in a full relationship,
right?
Partnership, loving, spending time with his family. It takes time for that. She's trying to not do any of that.
Right. She has a lot of rules. Like we have to keep things private. We don't meet each other. We don't meet people, or we only meet certain people, but we don't like she has a lot of these rules about how relationships can work where romance is no longer
She's trying not to go out at first, but then they're cooking all their meals at home, and that's its own kind of cozy romance.
Right.
It's like,
and I feel,
the reason I think it's funny is because, like, if I were ever to attempt, I could see, because she's in her 20s, basically. Because this is also the timeline. I will go back to what I was about to say, I promise. But, like, the only thing, and I know it's annoying. I know it's annoying to hear this when people, like, don't like people who, like, are poking holes in timelines and stuff. It's like, there were parts in the book, she was younger than us. She went to college. She was in college after us, right?
Yes.
About something which she said about a year she graduated. I noted it.
Yes.
And so also I read it 3 times. So she was younger than us, but she was texting in a way that felt like full on smartphone texting
Right.
It's like
it was a little retro with the technology.
It's like,
you're right.
no, and not the opposite. I thought that it was advanced. Like she was texting too early.
Oh, you're saying she shouldn't have been. Oh, interesting. I
like
didn't
at
pick up
least
on
make
that.
it
Okay.
AIM. At least make it AOL. At least make it Instant Messenger, because I don't think that there were. I don't think if she was younger than us and now she's married in her 20s.
Right.
I think that technology didn't exist yet.
Right. Yeah, good point.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
This wasn't a book that incorporated a lot of technology, though.
No, it wasn't like we were seeing a lot of text.
Right. It wasn't like tons of text chains or
just
anything like that.
Just like there was some conversation around it, and I was thinking, this isn't adding up for me. The math's not mathing.
Right. There was a big thing that Jonah, part of his controlling was like she always needed to answer his texts immediately.
Yes, but like just think about post-college. They were married for 2 to 3 years post-college. There was barely texting post-college for us, and she was younger. If she's younger, am I doing the math wrong? Yeah, maybe.
If she's younger, then that means there would already be texting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just an idiot. I think I'm wrong about this timeline.
I don't remember the year when you're saying there was a year she graduated.
Shit.
I don't remember what she said about the year she graduated college. I honestly have no idea.
I don't know. I think I'm wrong. I think there were no plot holes and she's just a genius. Okay, anyway, so leave that in though. That's fun for everyone to listen to. What I was going to say was the reason I think it's almost hilarious is because like I could see me in my 20s coming out of some relationship that, no marriage, but like a relationship that was unsuccessful and being like, sure. I'm a heterosexual woman, but I want to decenter my life away from men. How could I could just see 20-something-year-old Rachel. You could too. At a Shabbat meal,
very relatable,
proclaiming that I'm going to do this. And then what would I do? Fall in love. Right. I didn't do that or try to, but if I had tried to, I would just have fallen in love.
But it's one thing to be like, okay, I just got out of a relationship. My new philosophy is I'm done with love until I meet someone else. Another thing to like get into a PhD program in a philosophy department and start writing a whole thesis around this like kind of cockamamie idea that's really just like trauma from your breakup.
Yeah, it's like, do you remember like, I remember like 20-something years ago, you're like, every time anyone breaks up, they get a haircut and join a gym. But like, it's 100% true. But instead of just like getting a haircut,
yeah,
and like
she like makes a whole philosophy around it.
Yes, she like tries. She's like writing a thesis on ending romance.
She's like taking it very seriously, like that it's not really connected to just her own personal experience.
Right. I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated by it.
Okay, but here's the thing. Also, is like, I also just felt frustrated because again, I just felt I wanted in the plot, I wanted her to make different choices than she did. Like. There she has 2 guys, and then in the end, she picks one over the other. I kind of wanted her to pick the
Robbie.
other. I liked Robbie. But here's what I think, okay? And this goes back to the sex, which is that she and Robbie were not so sexually compatible.
Yes, because he wanted her in control.
Right.
And the reason that she was sleeping with that bartender guy is because she also sometimes needed them to be in control.
Right. And he was fine with that. It was all part of the, like, no more romance. Like, it doesn't matter. She could be non-monogamous. It's fine. They're making a new rules. Whereas A.B., who's the second guy who she meets, and then very quickly, like, falls madly in love with, like, insane, just, like, your body is hurting, like, crazy love. I felt like, A, they didn't really get to know each other, and B, it was really just that, like, the sex with him was much better. They had a much more natural chemistry. Mm-hmm. And I just wondered, like, did it all kind of come down to that? Because Robbie was so great. He was like, he'd cook for her. He accepted her unconditionally. He was so supportive.
Also seemed wise beyond his years. These were young people.
Very wise, yes. Wise, kind, empathetic, humble.
So smart.
So smart.
Got along well with Nadia, her bestie.
Got along great with Nadia. The 3 of them would go on trips together. I don't know. I mean, it's a big deal if you're really not fundamentally compatible.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying they weren't compatible, but she was still coming instantly. I'm just saying no one.
It's true. No, she was making it work, but it was like she still, like, there was something it wasn't fulfilling. And then I think with A.B., it was.
Right.
Because A.B., like, I don't know, he was just a wacky character.
The AB thing happened so fast. It's like
It
part of
happened
why I
very
had to
fast.
reread it. I was like,
Yes.
huh?
She didn't really know him. She also was friends with him for a long time and wasn't ever like, she wasn't really attracted to him. She was really kind of just thinking about him platonically. And then he was like, I'm in love with you. And then she was like, oh, wait, I'm actually crazy in love with him too. And I was like, are you? Because you weren't like, that didn't occur to you until he said it.
Right. Right.
And then she just like had to choose. He was like, I don't know. He's a Jewish character who like, I don't know Jews like that either. Like, I don't know who he's supposed to be.
What about Robbie, like swimming on the with the Maccabi games, Robbie?
Right. He
Yeah,
he
law
was also the one
student.
whose
You know
family.
him.
I know him, except the thing with the family
The
celebrating
Christmas family.
his family celebrated Christmas. That was a little weird. That also felt a little retro to me. Like I feel like I don't know. Like my dad has photos of like his parents taking him to the mall to like sit on Santa's
Yeah.
lap. But like I feel like that's very like 50s.
But it was
Long
more
Island.
like his grandpa.
His
Actually,
grandpa was
it
very
was his
into
grandpa.
yeah, and then I think the family carried on the tradition. I feel like that's much more just sort of
Okay,
like
but there was something also relatable. I love this book so much. There was another relatable thing, which was that they didn't properly Robbie and Sylvie didn't properly talk about what they were getting into, and that was part of the fight. It was like before you go see someone's family, like it actually is really helpful to like have a real conversation about what you're going to expect,
true,
what to expect, what you're going to experience,
right?
to be able to be prepared for that. Like she
Right.
felt
He didn't prep her.
yes, like, and he kind of took accountability for that. And it's like,
Yes.
I have been in situations like with people that I've been with where like I'm put in a situation specifically like for a Jewish holiday. There's
Right.
things I didn't, whatever it is. And it's like the way you practice is different than the often the way you grew up is different from the way your boyfriend, husband's family is, celebrating.
Sure,
And
of
it's
course,
like,
yeah.
it is good to have those expectations set.
Yes,
I
agreed.
even remember like, because what the story I'm describing is not about Mitch, but it's like Mitch grew up Orthodox. I knew what to expect. Like,
Right.
So there really weren't surprises, but it's like, I remember asking him because before we were dating, he was dating Jewish girls and non-Jewish girls. And I was like, I wonder what, like, if you brought home a girl who didn't understand all of this, because there's so many details and nuances to the way an Orthodox Jewish holiday is celebrated. It's like, think
Of
about
course.
Pesach. Like, it's just completely bananas.
Yeah.
All of them. Think about all of them. The lulav, the etrog, the sukkah.
No,
the stuff's
it's a lot
nuts.
of stuff. Right.
It's a lot of stuff. And he was like, there would have been a lot more to explain, a lot more explaining to do. And it's like, exactly right. There's a lot of explaining to do.
Right.
And so
yes.
the that scene, like I really actually related to it, like from things in the past. Just like you don't know, it's helpful to have those conversations in advance, and it prevents a lot of confusion.
Totally. Well, there was tension around that visit because it was kind of a violation again of her rules of like
Right.
moving the relationship out of the private sphere into the public sphere, whatever. She had all this philosophical terminology, but it was really just like, I'm done with love, but actually I want it because it's great. So much for philosophy. Like, I don't know. Like, was she going to finish that freaking thesis? Like, come on.
I want to read it.
Bunch of bullshit.
So yeah, were there other choices she made that you weren't sure about?
Oh, the only other choice that she made that I hated was that she had sex with Jonah again.
Oh my God! When
I was
Jonah
like,
came
why
back.
are you doing this? Why?
Okay, 100%. But also, I am just saying, back to me and again, very relatable. I think the whole, again, you might have made better choices than me, but I'm telling you, I don't have an ex-husband, but
Yeah, of
and
course,
I don't
this
have
is another
an
level.
abusive ex-husband, but
Yes.
you know,
He was stalker level creepy insane. I don't think he was always like that, but by the end of the book, he was nuts. I mean, he was full on
horrible.
he was a
monster.
full on stalker. He could have I wouldn't have been surprised if he had murdered her and I don't know, cut off her, been done a Silence of the
became a
Lambs
totally
thing.
different kind of book.
I know. I knew it wasn't going to go that way, but I'm saying he was that creepy.
Yes.
Where he remained fixated on her for 8 years of not hearing a word from her, kept sending her his emails like, I know you're going to be coming home, showed up all of a sudden out of nowhere, and was like, I'm here for you to come home. I know you're going to. What? What are you doing? Why wouldn't you want a divorce? Your whole life is like, what's going on here?
Yeah. What are you doing, dude? She's been gone for a decade now.
Right.
She's going by a different name so you don't find her. You found her out because of a friend with a substance abuse problem?
Right. You like tricked some vulnerable friend and now you're like convinced now that you show up, she's coming right back and you're just going to pick up where you left off. It's like delusional.
Yeah, a real psycho. So yeah, her sleeping with Jonah was not a choice you were expecting.
And it wasn't good. She didn't enjoy it. She seemed like it was like to exorcise him in some way, like just to show herself that he actually was as shitty as she thought.
Yeah.
But like
get him into her system to get him out of her system.
That was
horrible.
I didn't get it. That seemed very extreme to me.
Horrible and extreme. Horrible and extreme.
I was really like, oh God, please stop.
Well,
she didn't seem so traumatized by it. She seemed actually liberated by it.
Yes. It worked for her.
Yeah, it worked. Didn't get it, but it worked.
The
What?
I'm completely lost my train of thought.
Oh, okay. It's fine.
It's making me laugh.
I do just think, like, the other thing is also, like, that guy, A.B., he was supposed to be, like, a Jew. I felt like that... Is that a Jewish type that I just don't know? Is that, like, a Southern Jewish type? Like,
who was the deadhead? Was A.B. the deadhead or Robbie the deadhead?
I think A.B. was the deadhead. He was always wearing tie-dyed shirts.
Yeah, I think it's a type.
He was, like, burly.
Yeah, I think it's, like, wild hair,
and like but he also like was from a big Jewish family in Virginia and it was like loved his family and like I couldn't imagine like what is this family like it wasn't clear to me. Like,
I know this type.
Do you?
Yeah, there's like some college guys like that. Captain Crunchy, we call them.
Right. I guess he was that. Right.
He was Captain Crunchy.
He was a historian. I don't know.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
It's not a Northeast Jew type.
Right. Like, Robbie was very vivid to me. Like, I knew exactly who he was. The A.B., I was like, I don't know who is being conjured here exactly.
I also do love, though, like, the setting. It was so different than where we live. It's like a liberal arts college town.
Yes.
But not anywhere USA. It was real. It's like the suburbs of D.C. Like, I don't know. It was just like I was into it.
Virginia, right? Yeah.
Like, I was into it.
Yeah,
I loved
totally.
the vibe.
Right. I bet you. Yeah, I liked that college, that PhD, like I liked that academia.
Wait, speaking of other books.
Yeah.
Did you read Heart the Lover?
No.
Also by
I've heard of it though.
It's so good.
Oh, okay.
Also the academia vibes. Oh, okay. But here's the thing. Like, when you start reading one book and then like I don't know if it's what you're getting served or if it has to do with Goodreads Recs or what's happening, but it's like the other thing that this book brings up a lot is the Me Too movement.
Yes.
But then every book I've read since also is like I've read men. It's like this keeps coming up in books of just like it seems like because it's changed. I think it's changed so many women's identities. It's like had an impact on us, and so that was woven in like that concept.
Yes, and she was very resistant to that concept. The character was very resistant to that concept.
Right.
She was
actually,
kind of
Robbie was the one trying to open her.
Yes,
like sending her articles.
Yes. Which again, it was just like she was living in such denial. Like I felt like the truth was so obvious. Like, yes, of course you're a victim of something. You were like in a manipulative relationship for your formative years. Like, yeah, you're a victim. It doesn't mean like she didn't want to think about herself as being a victim. She hated the Me Too kind of like women taking on this. She saw it as women taking on an identity as victims and that's a negative. It's weak. It's just, I don't know. It seemed very, it just seemed like such a traumatized reaction.
Yes. No, I don't disagree.
I mean, I guess that was the point. I just don't know how she took her so seriously for so long.
Right. She didn't tell Robbie about Jonah for a very long time.
Right.
That was a
And even
decision I
then, she
wasn't
didn't
sure
tell him
about.
they were still married.
Right. Then she told us that she told half, 75% of the story.
Right. And then at the very end, she told him they were still married when she was breaking up with him. And then she asked him to be her divorce lawyer. I was like, please don't say you're gonna. And then he was like, sure, I'll be the lawyer. I was like, oh, come on.
He's like, I'm not a divorce lawyer, but of course I'll do it because
yeah, I'll do it.
I love
like,
you and will always love you.
Casually
always and
do
forever.
your divorce that I'm sure it's not going to be like a, file some paperwork and done divorce. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is going to be a whole thing, this divorce, obviously, because that guy is a psycho.
Complete monster.
But he's just like, sure, you broke my heart and you've been cheating on me for the last 6 months. And
well, not exactly, but yes. Agreed upon cheating.
Agreed upon cheating, but no, they were supposed to, she broke the rules. The whole thing was she was supposed to be telling him about it.
Oh, right.
And she didn't.
Real cheating.
She's like, by the way, can you do my divorce? Yes, of course. Of course I'll do your divorce. Like, what? Come on.
You're not wrong.
I don't know. I feel like he should have had a little more of a spine. I mean, like, hire your own lawyer, girl. Like, I'm out. Please.
He was also kind of financially supporting her the whole time.
Yeah, he was. Because she was like a very poor grad student. And he was like a corporate lawyer.
Right. They lived together. Oh, also, her grandparents' painting.
Oh, right.
Her grandparents had a famous painting, a bougainvillea painting.
Right. It was the only thing she was allowed to take.
Yes, but he wouldn't let her hang it.
Right.
I was seething.
Totally.
And then in her apartment with Robbie, it's like above their bed. I was like, oh,
right. It's like, of course, yeah. Of course.
Of course it is.
Yeah, Robbie was the best.
Yeah. Amy was okay, though.
No, Amy was fine. I just didn't feel the connection to me for them was that they had a great sexual connection. I didn't see like this deep love that they suddenly had that like so far surpassed what she had with Robbie, except for the sex part.
No, I don't disagree, but it really was, it hit me fast. I was surprised.
It hit her fast. I mean, she was surprised. I think that was the way you were supposed to experience it, I think.
It definitely did, even by the third reading.
There you go. I don't know. It's just book. Like, it was very good. It covered a lot. Do
people know about it? Like, I feel it could be.
I don't know. I feel like it should have.
I want to see it on more lists. Like, I love it.
I had never heard of it until my mom mentioned it. I feel like more people should be talking. It came out in February. I don't know.
But it's like, I just, I see these lists and it's like, if you liked this, you'd like this. Or if you'd like this, you'd like this.
Totally.
And it's like, this should be on all. This should be on. It's so good.
Totally. And it is also like, I feel like it is like the way it's sort of like, it's a romance about someone who doesn't believe in romance. It's also kind of like a romance novel for someone who doesn't like romance novels.
100%. It really is the anti-romance. She's not wrong. It is the anti-romance novel.
Right. Because as the reader also, it's like, it's not your typical, it's not what you think of as a romance novel structurally either.
Right. I like that there's multiple relationships in it.
Yeah. She did a great job of describing like that sickening relationship with Jonah, where it's just like the slow, like the onset of just things getting worse and worse and her just accepting it and just sinking into such a depression. I felt it.
That's the thing about her writing. It was from the sleepover to the relationship to the friendships, even to the food. Like her, her writing was, you could conjured all of it,
right?
So well. Even being giddy about forming a new friendship with Nadia and like, should we have a grown-up sleepover? And then they like start talking about silly things like, should we do our nails or like, she conjured such a totally. Just all of it, every feeling, every relationship. You're totally right. Like that sickening devolving of when it starts to hit you that you're in something bad.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Oy. I really like. Yeah, it was such a good, thorough. This book was long.
Yeah.
But it was great. Yeah, really. That's why I think that because the relationship with Jonah and the relationship with Robbie got so much time, the AB relationship seems super quick by comparison because he took so much time. That's why also I felt bad with Robbie. Like he really gave her so much time to like gain her trust and get over all her silly bullshit. Like, I don't know.
I hear you. Yeah, Amy came in so fast. I was so I was surprised by it.
Yeah, she was like, the way she was describing her love for him, I was like, do you really feel this way? Like, why?
I know. It's awesome. Awesome book.
Mm-hmm.
Unique.
Yes.
Even though there's other books in this genre that we've read and that I put in a similar category, it was unique.
Totally unique. Yeah. Good one, Mom.
A+. Rhea. Thank you for the rec.
Yes, seriously.
Okay, should we discuss what we think might be our next book?
Yes.
Okay, so as we talked about, we did a collab post with Bang It Out, where we recommended Jewish books to read in the summer. And somebody commented on the post. And this is what they said. It was somebody by the name of Amy Lorowitz, and said, "Happy first day of sleepaway camp. My debut novel, Summer Husband, is the perfect beach read. Lori Kramer follows her 2 daughters to sleepaway camp. She works there, so the girls can go for free, and what happens when the campers aren't watching. Check out more at my website, and then here's the description on Amazon." By the way, this sounds incredible. As some of our listeners know, I'm at sleepaway camp for the summer.
Yes.
Where my kids are. So, my husband came, but okay, Summer Husband. This book sounds perfect. A perfect summer read.
Totally.
With incredible sleepaway camp vibes. Is 39 too old to get your first sleepaway camp kiss? Wow, these books.
They're really speaking right to us.
Is 39 too old to get your first sleepaway camp kiss? Lori Kramer, a stay-at-home mom, would go to any length to give her 2 daughters the summer experience of their lives, even getting a job at their camp and tagging along with them. At Camp Woodlands, Lori finds herself overseeing the chaos of 4 bunks filled with rambunctious kids and their counselors, not to mention having to outwit her boss and outrun a bear. And that's just during the first half of the summer. But those escapades are child's play compared to her growing friendship and attraction to Teddy, the camp's British soccer coach. Their clandestine meetings late at night behind the laundry shack, breaking the no smoking rule, soon turn hot and steamy like a lazy August afternoon. Camp may be for kids, but Lori's the one having the most fun. She never imagined that stepping outside of her conventional, underappreciated New York City existence would turn her world upside down and change her life forever.
Whoa.
This is already the best book I've ever read. I'm very excited.
It just came out like a month ago.
I cannot wait to read it. So that's called Summer Husband.
Amazing.
By Amy Lorowitz.
Sounds
Question
great.
mark
Perfect.
about Jewish content. We don't know.
We'll see. Topic
We'll
for
see.
discussion.
Can't wait. So if you're reading along, that's our August read. We hope everyone's having a good summer.
Yes. Whatever sleepaway camp you or your children may be at.
Yeah, exactly. And that's that. We'll see you in August.
Mm-hmm.
Good night.
Good night. Oh wait, you didn't do any sponsors.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know. Whatever. The
Backing
spiel.
up.
You don't have to.
This podcast is brought to you by Hanukkah Palm. Available at newishtraditions.com. Get your menorah-shaped beer pong game at newishtraditions.com with promo code Hanukkah Erotica, HANUKKAHEROTICA for 20% off. And this podcast is produced by William Levin. Follow us at Hanukkah Erotica Book Club. Like, subscribe anywhere
We do a lot of collabs with,
a lot of collabs.
high-level Jewish influencers.
Yeah, leave us a review, like, subscribe, rate us 5 stars, and we'll see you next month. Bye, Mom.
Bye.